Assembly and installation of vertical slide-out toolboards. Your vertical slide-out toolboard will arrive fully assembled with handle, slides, locking lever, and pre-drilled mounting angles. If your tool panel was part of the original specs for building and equipping your vehicle, the equipment manufacturer would have had access to the backside of your compartment walls during fabrication and would have been able to use nut and bolt construction for these panels during installation. In the event that your vehicle is already built and you will mount these panels yourself, prior to drilling, it is still highly recommended that you contact your vehicle manufacturer to verify that there are no tanks, wiring harnesses, or similar hazards located immediately behind where you intend to drill. Armed with this information, you are ready to begin. For compartments made of steel or aluminum, most end users will mount using self-tapping fasteners. For stainless steel compartments, where galling may occur, users may decide to drill and tap using machine screws and lock washers, for example. While each installation can be different, the important things to consider are standard industry practices for safety, corrosion protection, as well as a schedule of periodic checks to ensure that the fasteners remain snug year after year. We are going to show you a typical method for bolting these into position. Depending on your installation, tools that you may need are a tape measure, a pencil or other non-permanent marker, screw gun with Phillips bit and an appropriate tip for your chosen fasteners, possibly a drill, tap, and lubricant, a framing square, level, a rubber mallet, and as always, wear appropriate eye protection and safety gear. Dry fit for dimensions. To begin, physically orient your panel with the locking mechanism downward and set it into your compartment in its approximate intended mounting location and at a depth that ensures that the compartment door will be able to close. As you will recall, the 18-inch deep panel assembly required at least 19.5 inches of depth to include the locking mechanism, and the 24-inch deep panel assembly needed at least 25.5 inches. While the panel is in position and the slides fully retracted, examine the 3-inch by 3-inch angle that is mounted to the top slide. It has 2 holes in it for 1/4-inch fasteners. The intention of this important step is to confirm your desired depth of installation of the toolboard, and then to measure and record 2 dimensions from the back wall to the center line of those 2 holes in that 3-inch by 3-inch angle. Please also take this opportunity to measure and record the height of the tool panel from the compartment floor to the top of the assembly. With these dimensions recorded, remove the panel from the compartment and transfer the 2 depth dimensions to both opposing sidewalls of the compartment, because they will represent the center line of the side supports for your PMF frames that will support this assembly. Here are some notes regarding the PMF frames. When building the corner joints of the PMF frames, note that the upper PMF support will butt up against the face of the side supports. It is intended to be a tight fit. The top edge of the upper support can be flush with the top edge of the side supports. However, we might suggest giving yourself an inch or so of overhang on the upper end of the side supports to allow for easier drilling and also final adjustments during installation. An intended feature of the side supports allows for any remaining room on the lower legs of the supports to be used for mounting additional tool mounting brackets if desired. Mount all 4 side supports. You now know the center line of all 4 PMF side supports, as well as the height that you wish to mount them, including any overhang. In pairs, they should be equal distance from and parallel to the front face of the compartment, aligned with the center lines that you drew, and set at the same height, allowing room for adjustment if needed. Using at least 2 self-tapping fasteners per side support, at approximately 1 to 2 inches from each end as a guideline, pre-drill using a diameter sufficient for your fastener through the center of the unistrut track of the PMF side supports and fasten the side supports directly to the compartment wall. Do this for all 4 side supports. Attaching the upper PMF frame support. Leaving yourself at least 1 inch from the side support tops, loosely attach all 4 PT corner connectors to the side supports using the provided fasteners. When complete, rest the upper support rails on these PT connectors and loosely attach the remaining connecting fasteners. Do this for both PMF frames. Why install the PMF frames first? These frames are being put into position for your safety and to support and position the top of the vertical panel while you mount the base. Attach the panel's upper slide to the upper PMF frame support. With an extra set of hands, fully extend the upper slide of the toolboard to expose access to the two mounting holes. Get the tool panel into position and loosely bolt the toolboard mounting angles to the upper PMF frames using the provided channel nuts and screws. Mount the panel base to the floor. Retract the slide assembly into closed position. Using a rubber mallet, lightly tap the panel into the desired side-to-side position in the compartment and verify that it is perpendicular to the floor and parallel to the walls. Match mark your bottom angle to the floor in case it moves, and then fully extend the tool panel's slide to expose the two mounting holes at the base. Mark where to drill or to install self-tapping fasteners. Finish installation to the floor using your chosen fasteners. Make any final adjustments on the height of the upper PMF frame and ensure it is square to the compartment walls. Tighten all remaining fasteners on the corners and slide. That's it. You have just installed a vertical slide-out tool panel. If you have any questions about this installation process, please give us a call. We would be happy to help. View our other videos online for additional tips and information.